Well, hello. Welcome back to Lost for Words. It's Lori. I am going to try something different today, and I'm actually going to go live, and I'm going to see how that translates. So I'm going to give a quick kitty update, and I want to see, um, let everybody know how the kitties are doing. So the kittens are 3 weeks old as of yesterday. So they are getting really big and they're running around, and Mama Murray is doing a fantastic job of being a good kitten mama. And I'll tell you, it's really hard to be in a bad mood when you wake up every morning and you've got kittens, and just they're just so adorable. And it's hard to be in a bad mood when you have kittens every morning and then twice a day, and then the first thing you see in the morning are these adorable kittens, and the last thing you see before you go to bed are adorable kittens. Hi, Skinner. How are you? That's my kitten update. They're getting big. I have two of the five kittens already spoken for, so that's good news. My friends Wolf and Hound are going to take the ghost kitty, and then one of my coworkers' daughters is going to take one of the calicos. So I've got three kittens still available, and then Mama, of course, once I have her fixed, I will send her off to a good home as well. So that is my kitten update. So I hope everyone is doing well. I know I don't do live streams ever, but I figured I was going to just record a podcast and drop it. And I decided that I would just try to do this live, briefly, quickly, to get a few things off my chest and see if anybody was around in the process. So I appreciate you dropping in, Skinner. I'm not sharing this out. I haven't repped it at all. This was totally random. And I know that once the lives are done, they end up getting populated on the platform. So if anybody's here, great. And if they're not, that's okay too. Um, I've been on social media and the internet for 20 years, 20 years, which is a long time. Hey, Raves, thanks for stopping in. I'm not really a baby to this social media platform. Like, I've been around the block a few times, like, so I know social media pretty well. And it's interesting how when you're on a social media platform, there's a lot of new people around and they act like they own the internet. It's kind of crazy. Hi, Sam. Hi, Frostbite. Hi, Erica. Hi, you guys. I'm doing my podcast live because that's what the Lori do, right? But it's funny how I've noticed that with the internet, and especially with YouTube, there's all these new people that get on the platform, right? And they act like they've been here. They know social media so well and they can manipulate it. And I find it kind of funny when, there's a lot of us, especially myself, who's been on the internet for like 20 years. I mean, I started off with AOL, with dial up, and some of these people on social media have no fucking idea what the internet's about from its inception. They only know, Facebook or TikTok, or even some of them only know YouTube. But they act like they own the whole thing, right? Like they're the experts of the social media world, and I find that to be really interesting. Hi, Beth. Hi, Derek. Hi, Chris. Hi, Amanda. I didn't even rep this out, and you guys are all here. I'm doing a podcast live, and everybody's here. Thank you guys for stopping by. Yeah, Sam, AOL, man. Do you remember what dial up was like? I mean, it's crazy that we had to wait, and if anybody called you, it would cut your internet connection, you know? So, I've been thinking a lot about social media because y'all know I spend a lot of time talking about the interwebs and about social media and toxic cesspool world. And there's a lot of thought that goes into this choosing your battles issue as of late, right, guys? Um, and I started thinking about, when we were kids, right? And you get in a big fight with your mom and dad about washing the dishes. I mean, I know all you guys, right? Like when you were growing up, hey buds, how's it going? Like your mom and dad would be like, wash the dishes or you can't go out and play, or wash the dishes or you lose your privileges. And I don't know that any one of you guys would expect any of your friends to like come home from school with you and beat up your mom and dad because you got into a squabble over the dishes. Um, and that's kind of ridiculous, right? It's kind of stupid. And it's like I wouldn't ask any one of you guys to, like, go troll one of my coworkers internet channels just because we had a disagreement at work, or got in a fight over the water cooler. And I see all of this battle choosing shit going on the social media platforms, and it just baffles me that the internet has become kind of like that weird choose your battle, choose your side thing, but on a social media platform. And people are expecting other people to do that. And I don't get it. What happened to resolving conflicts in private and handling situations like that? And I guess that's what I was thinking about. So I thought I would hop on and do a podcast about it live, and all you guys are all here, and that's kind of cool. Right, Raves? I mean, we're old enough to make up our mind who we want to talk to. And it's not even about that. It's not even about, well, you can't be friends with so-and-so, or you can't be friends with this person. It's just, when did we lose the ability to have a disagreement with people and not be able to just say, hey, you know what? Stop being an asshole. You're being an asshole. Can you not do that? And not have everybody go tell everybody else about it. I mean, I guess I don't understand that. Hey, Corn Pop, how's it going? Hey, you guys. Hey, Frostbite. Did I say hi to you already, Paul? Erica? So I guess I was kind of trying to figure that out. I mean, hey, Tanya. I love people in general, and I've been trying to navigate social media, and I'm trying to navigate all these different communities of people, and I want to be friends with all of these people. And I'm not even talking like our group of friends. I had somebody go, hey, there's trouble in the forest in another community, and I watched a live stream, and people were angry and upset about the same kind of thing. Well, you can't be friends with so and so because we're in a fight. And I thought, it doesn't just happen here. It happens on TikTok, and it's happening on Facebook, and it's happening on Instagram. And I thought, if I have a fight or a discussion with somebody, or a disagreement, why does anybody else have to know about it? And why do I need anybody to stand up for me or be my friend, have to fight my battle for me? And I'm seeing it on all these other media platforms, and we see it in our community too. And it causes all these problems. And I get frustrated because I guess I'm a big girl. I can stand up for myself. I don't know why I would need anybody to come to my aid, or stand up for me. And I guess I would expect that if Chris, I mean, we fight about hockey all the time, right? But I mean, that doesn't make us bad people. But if you had a serious problem with me, you'd probably come and be like, Lori, man, let's chat. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to have to blacklist you or be an asshole about it and talk shit. And I guess I don't understand why people can't resolve these conflicts in a much more constructive manner, I guess, is all. So that's what I was thinking about today. I don't understand why people can't just handle stuff without gossiping about all of these things. How you doing, Buford? And that seems to be the problem lately, is that everybody's gossiping about other people's stuff. And I mean, I know lots of things about a lot of people, but I don't feel the need to gossip. It's kind of along the lines of, if you don't have anything nice to say about somebody, don't say it at all. I talk nice about people in public, I have nice things to say about every single one of the people who are here in my chat. Hey, Cody, how are you, darling? But if I don't have anything nice to say, I just don't say it on a public forum. And people will be called, I call bullshit because you're doing podcasts about all these things, and I'm calling out bad behavior in public. And I think the key to all of that is that everybody needs to call out bad behavior. Hi, Karen. Hi, Ann. Hi, everybody who's coming in, who I'm missing. No, I don't just love you, Beth. I adore you. I think you're fantastic. But I think that people need to hold everybody accountable publicly for their bad behavior, so that there isn't a whole bunch of gossip. Because, I mean, if you're being an asshole in public and I say, stop being an asshole, you really don't have any reason to gossip because, hey, everybody saw you being an asshole. So stop being an asshole, right? I mean, come on. So I guess that's kind of the way I think about that. But I don't think it's necessary that if you tell me, hey, Lori, you're being an asshole, and I admit that I'm being an asshole, that you got to go run on over to Best Bits and Pieces and be like, hey, everybody, did you see that Lori was being an asshole? I mean, why does everybody have to gossip? It's kind of stupid, right? You know what, Cody? You do you, boo. I mean, you can name names on your lives if you want. But I agree with you, 1,000%, Cody. Behave yourself and stop giving me content. I've made a no bones about that. The last 6 months, my entire platform has been about Toxic Cesspool World and about my grief journey and how it's given me a lot of fodder because people can't behave. They act like a bunch of shitheads. I agree, Anne. It should be drama free. But it's unfortunate that we are all in a public forum where everybody feels the need to compete and they feel the need to be right. And I think everybody's right, to be honest. I just think that people need to pay a little bit more attention and listen um, to somebody else's perspective. I've learned something from every single person in here. Hi, Randy. Um, and I hope I didn't miss anybody. But I've learned something from everybody in here because you all think differently. Every single one of you has a different perspective on probably the same subject. But if I don't listen to your side, I'm not going to learn anything. Does it mean I'm going to agree? No. But I don't have to, right? Um, Absolutely, Tanya. If you do hurt somebody's feeling, just apologize. Tanya, not calling you out, honey, but you and I had a disagreement not too long ago, maybe 6 months ago. And what happened? We had a conversation, we talked. Was there a big dramatic boo-hoo about it? Nobody even knew, right? Why? Because adults talk about things in private, they handle conflict, they resolve their issue, and they move on. It's no harm, no foul, but the whole fucking world doesn't need to know about your private business. You're allowed to choose what you put on a public forum. I know you do, Cody, but there's a time for us to go screw off. There's a time for us to drink and get drunk and have game night. You know? Yeah, Derek, of course we have. I've learned quite a bit from you. But I agree, Sam. If you mind your own business, you don't have time to mind mine. I absolutely 100% agree with that. And I think that infinitely most of us here have that same mindset, but it's hard not to get sucked into the drama of it all. Send me booze. And it is. And we've heard a lot of people say that drama sells, and of course it does. And everybody wants to be a part of something bigger. I mean, we all want to have a fellowship. We all want to have a group to belong to. Um, but just because you might feel threatened by somebody else in their position on the totem pole doesn't give you the right to be an asshole and treat other people poorly and then cause drama around it, because of that. Yeah, Raves. I don't think he's totally putting himself down. I think he's just being kind of, the Derek that we all come to know and love. But yeah, you're right, Cody. YouTube is a giant train wreck and everybody's rubbernecking. Yep, let's not be the Karen. It's just the scorekeeping that goes along with it. And it's funny, you guys, because, I mean, Cody and Ann, you guys are from a different community. And then there's another group of people, Randy and Sam and Raves and Beth Spitz, and all of you are from a different community. We're all from different YouTube communities, and we're all dealing with the same drama, the same bullshit, the same garbage. At what point do we all realize that we can all hold each other and the people we know accountable for this kind of bad behavior and tell them, listen, this isn't acceptable anymore. You don't need to score keep friendships and run over to everybody else's platforms and start talking shit, and when people come to you with all these red flags and say, oh, so-and-so's in a fight with so-and-so and I'm mad at so-and-so, do you look at them and go, what does that have to do with me? I'm sorry, but go fix it your way. That's not my problem. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I, lots of people will come and be like, I'm having a disagreement with so and so, and I'll be like, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it gets resolved. You know, you have your fellowship and you make friends and have meaningful connections with people, and you're going to make friends, and that's fine. But you don't have to gossip about it in public, and you don't have to hate on everybody in public. How you doing, Jenna? It's great to see you. Thank you. Thanks for being here. And I found that it sucks when you like people like Jenna, like Beth, like Graves, and you like these people, but you're afraid to be friends with them in public because you're afraid of what everybody's going to think of you. And you're afraid of what everybody's going to say about you. Well, I can't like this person because they associate with this group or this crew. I don't give two fucks who you're friends with. If I like your content and I think you're doing good stuff, I'm going to come watch your stuff. I like everybody. Hi, Danny Mae. Thanks for stopping in. But I was thinking about that, choosing my battle. Who do I want to associate with? And at what point do I have a responsibility to say, to call people out and say, you're acting like an asshole. Now knock it off. And at what point do other people say, we're allowed to be assholes, just don't do it again and let that shit go. But I don't have to jump on everybody else's, butt and be like, well, you're my friend. You can't talk to my friend like that. Let them handle it themselves. Let them be an adult. Because it's not my responsibility to fight, Beth's battles or Rave's battles or Cody's battles. I can empathize and say, it sucks that somebody's treating you like that. But hey, here's my solution. Stand up for yourself. Tell somebody they're not allowed to treat you like that. Express to them that you have boundaries. Express to them that the expectations of your friendship are not being met, and these are why. Give them a solution to handle it instead of, yeah, that person's an asshole. How can we get back at them? How can we go slander them on somebody else's platform? We spend more time being angry for and with other people than offering them better solutions for how to resolve their conflicts. And I think that's where the problem has been coming lately, is all. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm talking too much. That's what I do, right? That's what I do. I talk too much. There can be only one. Yes, I agree with that, Derek. It feels like that. Everyone in here deals with their own stuff differently, and that doesn't make them wrong. Absolutely, Sam. And that's the point. I think everybody wants to declare a victory that I'm the one who's right. And I think everybody's right. I know, I love a good fight too, sweetie, but revenge is never the answer. At least not for me. Thanks, Danny Mae. I always feel like I talk too much. And to be fair, if you go back to the beginning of this, my intent was to give an update, do a quick podcast live, because I kept trying to record and it wasn't working. So I thought I would just go live quick and see if I could pop off one quick without you guys all hopping into live. But I really appreciate it. Thank you. There are some who can't be seen on TV, so a friend should stand up for them. See, and I guess maybe Randy, we're of two minds of that. I mean, it's one thing to be supportive to your friends, but it's a great topic for discussion about standing up for your friends, right? I mean, everybody needs to be able to stand up for themselves, right? Sorry, not everyone is right, but at least I don't have to associate with those people, so who cares? Yeah, right, Corn Pop? Advice given to someone on how to handle things might not work for that person, but it could work for someone else. Yes, absolutely. But true. But Sam, some people maybe don't need advice. They just need to vent. But at what point when you vent to somebody, do you say, listen, I understand that you're angry and upset. How can I help you? Are you venting or are you looking for a solution? I did that in my relationship. When Toby and I would fight or he would be angry, I would say, or he would come to me with a problem, I'd be like, are you looking to vent or would you like some advice? Right from the get-go. So then I'd know if I should listen Or should I think about how I could help him with this problem? I mean, there's really only so much you can do, right? And absolutely, Tanya, assuming, and lots of people do that. They assume. They make a lot of assumptions about a lot of people. I guess I get really tired of gossip. You know, I came to the social medias for a distraction and to have fun. I really didn't want to get caught up in everybody's gossip. I mean, I know everybody likes good gossip, but if we're talking about drama, shouldn't the drama be fun? Shouldn't it be about something good, like a TV show or a series, not real life drama? I mean, isn't that what Jerry Springer's supposed to be for? Not in real life, and not at the cost of hurting the people that are supposed to be your friends. Aren't these supposed to be your friends? How could you talk so poorly about people who are your friends? That baffles me. That baffles me that all of these people at some point were your friends, and you're saying some really terrible things about them, right? Soap operas, One Life to Live. Amen. And that's, I guess that's the part that I don't understand. And then turn around and scorekeep it afterwards. I just said all these horrible things about your friends, that we were all friends before, and now you're not allowed to be friends with these people anymore because I don't like them. And that baffles me. And Beth says, always remember these people you might never meet. If you have a problem, use the block button. It's there for a reason. Corn Pop, Hollywood could not dream of coming up with what I've seen on this platform. I agree. You could write a book. You should write a book. Absolutely. Write a book. And Jenna, I agree with you. Your own life has enough drama, especially if you've got kids, you work. I got 6 kittens in my bathroom, and I have a 21-year-old cockatiel, and I have to keep them separated. They don't even know each other exists. You want to talk about drama? I mean, try juggling that every day. All I'm saying is if people want to gossip about stuff, at what point do we hold them accountable and be like, you know what, you're shit starting. You want to talk gossip, go do it with your other friends, because I'm not interested in that. I think each of us have a personal responsibility to that, to say, you know what, I'm not doing that. I'm not gossiping. I'm not going to talk shit about so and so with you. I'm sorry you don't like them, but I'm over all of that. And start basically telling people to knock off their shit, because I know everybody's tired of it. Personally, I'm really tired of it, and I'm tired of seeing really good people that most 90% of the people on this platform are. I'm tired of seeing 90% of these good people get dragged under the bus and get their good name trashed around and get all this bad shit, high school drama, bad things happen because the other 10% are a bunch of assholes. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. And, granted, I've been an asshole too, and I'm not perfect. And I throw juice boxes when I'm angry, and I'm the first to admit it, but you got a problem with me? Own up to that shit. I will be the first person to have a conversation with you about it. You can ask Tanya, you can ask Wolf, you can ask Raves, you can ask anybody that I've ever had a disagreement with on this platform. I'm not scary, and I'll own my shit. But I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm going to hurt people's feelings. I love you, Beth. Good night. I will see you later. Well, Skinner throws teddy bears and cell phones. But the whole point is that we can get out our aggressions and our frustrations on game night, where we're all sitting around talking smart, making jokes, throwing juice boxes at each other in a passive aggressive way, where like Chris and I fighting about hockey. He throws juice boxes at my hockey team all the time, and I tell him to go fuck himself. So you know what? That's fun though. There's no harm, there's no foul. We don't hate each other. But let's have meaningful conversations about things when it matters. Tanya. And let's get down to what we're all here for, and that's for fellowship and fun. Let's have our game nights. Let's have everybody focus on their channels and support each other's craft and get back to the content that we all love to make, so that I can get back to my grieving journey and get back to my project, and I don't have to do a fucking podcast about toxic cesspool world every fucking 3 or 4 days, is all I'm saying. I mean, come on. That's all I'm saying. I think I like it better when everybody's getting along. That's all I'm saying. Yes, we are. We are all adults. But that's all. I don't know why I decided to do this live. I didn't want to cut into anybody else's live time, because I do know that there are other channels who do the lives on Tuesdays, and I'm not that girl. I'm not the one to cut into other people's shit, because that's a whole nother can of worms that I'm not opening here. So that's why I'm here. So I will give it about 5 more minutes, and then I'm cutting this bad boy off. No, I am not running for fucking president, because hell to the no, Derek. But as far as the kittens go, the kittens are doing great. I am not keeping the kittens. Yes, exactly, Jenna. And I knew you guys did Tuesdays, so I'm not cutting into that. And we're on a different time zone. I'm not keeping the kittens. I am going to find homes for them. I just wanted to kind of bounce all of this off y'all as far as choosing your battles. Choose them well, but I guess in the most important thought that I can leave you all with as far as choosing your battles is battle for yourself first. You're the one who's important. Your boundaries, your expectations. Teach people how they're allowed to treat you. Call them out in public when they're being an asshole, and just say, seriously, dude, stop. And then just don't tolerate it anymore. But you don't have to pick up your sword. Sam, you're an asshole because you're leaving, right? I love you, Sam. But if Sam's having an argument with Randy, it's not my responsibility to pick up my sword and go lob off Randy's head, because Sam and Randy are having a disagreement. It is Sam's responsibility and Randy's responsibility to resolve it like adults. And if they want to go out on the battlefield and fucking duke it out, that's their responsibility. But I don't have to gossip about it. And I sure as fuck don't have to run around on everybody else's platform creating drama over it. You guys are men. Handle your shit. But that doesn't mean that, they get to run into, Rave's channel and have their little war in her chat either. Then you do that, and I'm a mod over on Rave's channel, I'm going to tell you both to take your fucking, your fight outside and deal with it. Just start acting like adults, motherfuckers. Knock that shit off. Choose your battles, guys, but battle for yourself. I'm going to be friends with whoever I want. I'm going to watch all your guys' stuff. I'm going to support all you guys because I like all you guys. Yes, Derek, you are a good man. But let's try washing our fucking hands and be better humans, you guys, because it's important. We can teach everybody some better social media etiquette, and expand on that. We don't need to fight. We don't need to fight. But that's all I got to say. This was a lot longer than I wanted it to be. Sorry, guys. I know. Rant and rave, rant and rave. That's how the Lori do. But I'm going to end this, guys. Thanks for stopping in. I didn't expect all of you guys. Raves, Sam, Randy, Derek, Jenna, thank you. Who am I missing? A.L. Skinner, Tanya. I know a few people. Danny May, Corn Pop. I hope I'm getting better at all this. Cody. Beth went to bed. Who am I missing? Buford, Anne. All you guys, thank you. I appreciate everybody for stopping in. I will see you guys all very soon. Take good care, y'all.